Chat podcast. This is the first episode, and we are currently here with 3 guests that will be now permanent hosts. So if you would feel free to introduce yourselves.
And we're going to talk at once.
Introduce yourselves.
I'm Cardinal. Hello, people of the interwebs.
Also known as Alex. Or not.
Really?
Or David.
Really?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Alex. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
David.
Alex.
Bad.
Can you tell that we're new at this?
Not at all.
No, we're pros. We've been doing this for...
Too many giggles.
Nah, more like just enough.
For those of you who are interested, who are currently in this podcast, this is currently live at twitch.tv/AlmirMiel if you feel like watching yourself.
That's okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go live after the intro. Just be like, yep, it just totally happened. Yep.
Okay,
Press the
so
button by accident.
David Carthnell.
What's up?
We have next in line. Seriously, people.
My hangout says that Jeremy's next in line.
Oh, okay, because mine said you were up next, so... Well, obviously my name's Jeremy, or Gilbert.
My turn, I guess. I'm Alex. I'm a post-mesmeric on the networks, the different gaming networks and online, so...
I actually now know how to pronounce your name.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't. I was like, what? How do you pronounce that?
No one... It's like... There's a dumb story behind that, but, save that for another day. I don't want... you don't need to know my life story, or my post-mesmeric life story.
And of course, I am MMORPGs, and also known as Cat. Hello, people.
Meow.
Cat lady.
Cat lady.
Cat lady.
No, we've discovered that I'm the crazy computer lady.
Yup.
I have far too many computers in my household. So, tell me, David, what have you been playing this week?
This week I have been going crazy over Fallout New Vegas. I just was like, I'm gonna play this game, and people suggested too many mods, and I'm like, there's so many. I must have installed playing like 90 plus, and it makes it hectic.
Wait, you've installed 90 plus mods?
Yep.
Oh
I call it
my.
massively modded New Vegas.
Awesome.
Doesn't that like bring your doesn't that bring your frame rate down to like 10 frames per second if you have all those mods?
I have a massively awesome computer, so I'm fine.
Covered.
Yeah, totally covered.
Anything else?
Yeah. Crap tons of Civ 5 with a bunch of friends. They've been going crazy over that, so I joined in. I found out I'm horrible at this game.
Cough, cough, Civ
But,
5. Cough,
Yep.
cough.
They've
Someone
also
else
put
should
onto
play
the
Civ
game-
5.
Shush. It's downloaded.
Someone who just recently got it
It's currently downloaded.
for
Thank
free.
you. It's on my system.
Magic of Humble Bundles.
Yes.
Humble
Yes,
Bundles
Humble
will
Bundles
save
are
you
awesome.
forever.
Let's see. And I've been playing 7 Days to Die, which is a new game in alpha. It's insanely fun. It's Survive the Zombies.
Sur-
Oh,
It's like
that's
Minecraft plus zombie survival plus first-person shooter. It's what's not to like.
Hmm.
I was wondering how that one
Apparently-
was. It's on my wish list
Yeah.
on Steam.
It's really good. I didn't actually buy it. Someone gave it to me, so like, play this game now.
Nice.
Yeah. I
It's actually
can't even
true.
seem to stay in front of my camera.
So does it have all the like construction stuff from Minecraft too?
Yeah, pretty much. Same sort of crafting, same sort of blocks. Like if you want to go cut a tree down, you punch it, just like Minecraft. Although,
Seems fun.
yeah. Zombies are kind of annoying. They have a gravity structure system. If you build a building and like a zombie knocks out a piece that's key, the whole thing will just fall down and kill you if you're in it.
Well.
Yeah.
That sounds
So
fun and frustrating.
Yeah, very frustrating because we built like a massive trench around our house, and so it's just all through the night, just zombie noises inside the trench, and then the rest of the day is spent going underneath the house, finding the random tunnels they dug, trying to kill them. Yeah, it's creepy when a zombie dog just comes running out of them and tries to eat your face.
Oh,
So
nom,
Resident
nom.
Evil plus Minecraft.
Zombie dog.
Exactly.
This sounds like an
That
awesome
sounds
game.
really cool.
With better graphics.
I don't know.
there's
Those
one creepy feature we
Minecraft
found.
graphics are pretty next gen.
Oh,
Those Minecraft graphics are pretty next gen.
It depends on what
something
texture pack
creepy
you have
you will
installed.
find. if you walk into like
It's like
suburbia,
Titanfall.
there's like
No, that's like old school. Minecraft's the future of next gen graphics.
I haven't played Titanfall yet. I want to so bad. Also, I
okay.
can't stop swiveling. I just got a new chair that swivels, and I'm like, the swivels! All the swivels! I've been on a plastic lawn chair for 6 months. This thing is like a freaking throne compared to it.
I don't doubt it.
Alright, so what was I saying? Creepy aspect of 7 Days to Die. If you walk into any house and there's a dead body in there, you start hearing whispers, and it's sort of like, don't touch my stuff! Don't go in there! And it just starts creeping you out and getting worse and worse. One of my friends, the sounds are different for each person usually when you're in the house. One of them's like, I hear a crying child. This is weird. I need to get out of here. Run away.
This sounds
So
awesome.
there's some creepy and awesome stuff in there. Everyone should
creepy.
play it.
And this was, what, 7 Days to Die?
Yes, still 7 Days to Die.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Although, I'm gonna add some more funny things there. The two girls I play with at the moment on there, they, for some reason, have started calling me Carl,
Carl?
and are like, "Stay in the house, Carl." And I'm like,
Oh
Damn
yeah,
it.
yeah.
they're
That Carl.
comparing it. Yeah, they're comparing it to the Walking Dead stuff. At first, I was really frustrated. Now I just can't stop laughing.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I don't know what I did.
So, Jeremy, what have you been playing this week?
A little bit of Skyrim. I haven't had too much time for gaming. I had to build some stuff at work. But also just running around Skyrim with a bow and a lot of sneaking and a lot of shooting people in the back. It's amusing, when they go flying.
Skyrim is awesome.
I just finally got the game, I don't know how long ago, and I've got about 200 hours logged in on it, so... I still haven't tried any mods on it yet, though. I'm still playing all vanilla, so I'll have to try some of those at some point before I get tired of it.
Oh yeah, they're so good for enhancing the game after you played through a few times.
Mm-hmm.
They could possibly ruin it if you haven't already played it. Oh no.
I've still got a ton of games on my list to play. I've got Dishonored. I still need to play through all 3 Bioshocks again. I've got
Awesome.
only got about 60 games on my Steam thing, but there's a bunch of them I need to play. Still need to finish playing
Awesome.
Stalker.
I was gonna say, I think that's the story of our lives as
Yeah.
like Steam players. You buy a crap ton of
Must
games,
buy.
and then you're
Your
like,
steaming pile. Your steam pile.
Steam pile.
Hey, a friend of mine called it a steam pile. I'm gonna call it a steam pile.
Thankfully, not too many.
'Cause that's really what it is.
Steaming piles. Yeah, speaking of creepy games, I still need to finish playing through Stalker: Shadows of Chernobyl. It's an older game, but it's fun.
Sounds like it'll be pretty good. The Stalker stuff people have told me is really good, but I haven't played them.
Yeah.
No.
And one of my friends told me the Amnesia game had a level builder that I'd probably like. I used to work at haunted houses, so I was trying to build one in Minecraft, and he said it'd probably be easier in Amnesia. Can you do custom maps in the 7 Days to Die? Or is that?
Not yet, but I think it's a feature that's coming. It's still in
Okay.
alpha. There's no options for like putting in a seed or specifics that you want, but it's kind of randomly generated at the moment.
Okay.
and they're somewhat smaller compared to what I think they said they wanted.
Well,
Would be
alpha
awesome.
is alpha, and beta is beta, so...
They have a whole list of features they're adding, which I can't wait for. They like what they're adding is called the zombie wake system. So if a player dies and respawns, their corpse will become a zombie. They're trying to add a stealth system, so if you hide in like a bush or something, they won't just run right at you. But at the moment, I'm a mile away and they know exactly where you are, and they all come flooding to your location. Night times are horrible. So many zombies.
Okay, so other than like games we're wanting to play, Alex, what have you been playing this week?
Lots of stuff. Kind of got a lot of stuff on my plate right now for the Hardcore Gamer magazine. Maybe a week ago or a couple of weeks ago, played a Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z because
Never heard of it.
Dragon Ball Z, games that they used to be okay, not anymore. If you go to Metacritic, find the review, and you'll see what my thoughts are on this game, because I sure had a lot of them when I was playing this, and it was could have been better. I really don't like this game. It's like it's no fun. It's bad. It's no fun at all, and I want to get rid of it.
Now, is it a typical
But I can't.
DBZ game where it's just like sides fighter?
It's team-based. Okay, here's how you describe it. Think of Super Smash Brothers, but with 3D environments. You can't see the whole frickin' map, and you can not see when you're getting attacked from a distance.
Oh.
So I don't know why they thought that was cool, because it's really annoying when you're beating the crap out of an enemy and then you just see a big energy blast come from off screen that you have no idea is coming. I'm usually rather lenient.
I hate games like that.
I'm usually really lenient when it comes to these little licensed games, but this one tried my patience, and I'm just thinking. And they're like, oh, it's a team-based game, so there's online multiplayer, and I'm like, there's also online lag, a lot of it, and it takes forever to get into a game. It's like, how could you mess this up any worse?
So someone from chat wants to
SimCity?
know if you spend 30 minutes of gameplay powering up.
I don't even think you can power up in the game. You can't, because the
How is that Dragon Ball Z?
Because the transformations are separate characters.
Oh.
So, I swear it's one of the worst DBZ games I've ever played, and I've played a lot of bad ones. I wish they'd just make another Budokai 3. Just make it simple. You don't need. It was in the camera, since it's in 3D. The camera just starts jerking all over the place, and it's so bad. So once I was done with that, I'm like, okay, I got a couple more games to review for this week. Beat Blasters 3, sort of a little PC indie game, and Double Dragon Neon. Both of those will. The Beat Blasters one will come out this week. The Double Dragon Neon will be in the works soon. Hopefully that'll be better. But I swear, the whole time I was playing Battle of Z, I'm like, I want to play Skyrim so bad right now. I need a palate cleanser now, because before that, all my friends since when Skyrim released, they were saying, you got to play Skyrim, and I'm thinking, I'll get to it maybe around the Game of the Year edition. Then I get, like a few years later, I finally get a gaming quality PC, and I see Skyrim on sale for $750, just the regular version, not the Game of the Year edition. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to like the DLC or not, so I might as well just see what the main game is, and then I'll get the DLC later if I want. And I've gone in like 72 hours so far. And one of the best things about any kind of open world game is that you don't want to do the main quest, ever. You just want to get distracted.
Who does?
Skyrim's really good at that. I mean, I play a lot of games where Saints Row 4 and Assassin's Creed Brotherhood were those games where I just wanted to just get everything done because there's so many distractions, and that's great.
Oh, yeah.
But Skyrim is this is a whole nother level with Skyrim. I cannot imagine what. I don't want to do the main quest. Anytime someone says you should go to this place to continue the main quest, I'm like, nah, I'm fine.
I'm gonna kill some dragons.
I don't like fighting dragons because they get in the frickin' way and they take so long to kill, and then they give you really heavy loot, so you got to find a place to sell it, but you're always over encumbered, and like anytime I hear a dragon, I'm like, because it's not like they're hard, it's just
they run away like little bitches half the time.
Pretty much, yeah, they're little, and they fly off into the distance where you can't get at them unless you have like good archery skills.
Main reason I'm using a bow. Dragons.
Yeah, I'm after I leveled up my one-handed skills, I instantly moved on to both destruction and archery just because I need a ranged attack because I'm tired of waiting for the dragons to actually get on the ground to actually attack them. But I've spent a ton of time in that, and I've been taking breaks to play Guacamelee on Steam, and that's fun, and it's very funny, very, very, very good indie game. And if you want to play Guacamelee and a bunch of other games, you can go with the Humble Bundle. They got an indie bundle where you get like Guacamelee, Dust Elysian Tale, The Swapper, Gianna Sisters, all these really good indie games. And it's since it's a Humble Bundle, you can pay whatever you feel like, and you can get them on Steam. It's really good. And that's really what I've been doing. Lots of stuff on my plate lately.
Not bad.
So, what about our host?
I want to say right now I've been doing the MMO grind again, going from 1 to 50 on Final Fantasy 14. Yay. Other than that, was playing a little bit of Minecraft probably about a couple weeks ago on a private server. Kind of gave up on that as soon as someone was like, "Hey, we want you to raid." I'm like, okay, but I didn't want to transfer my character over to the new server, so I've just been like grinding that out. Though this week I did manage to buy the entire Assassin's Creed series for $80 on Steam because Ubisoft had their special weekend, and it was the only thing I was waiting for. I was just like, come on. It started out with Might and Magic, then it went to Tom Clancy, then it went to Far Cry, and I was like, oh, the last set has to be Assassin's Creed. So as soon as that went on sale, I was like, mine. And I have it for Xbox 360, but I mean, I've become more of a PC gamer nowadays, so I'm just like, Steam. I will have it for Steam. But other than that, it's been pretty much just grinding away at the MMOs. Sad face, it has my soul.
What soul?
Hey.
Oh,
I have a soul.
Bird.
It's
Until
hidden in the
Cthulhu
freezer.
gets a hold of you.
I'll find the mini Cthulhu. But yeah.
That reminds me, I still need to check and see if Calls for Cthulhu is still putting out new episodes. I haven't checked on them in like 2 years.
So, yes. Guess what I got? I got something awesome. I got the top hat. Fuzzy top hat. Guess what's inside here? Waha.
She was serious, wasn't she?
Topics?
Apparently.
Topics and
No
discussions.
more crazy silence.
Oh, it's a top pick hat.
Yes!
Topic.
Thank you! Thank you!
Okay. Oh.
I'm strong with the puns.
All right.
Yes.
That's strong.
We need to start calling you the Punisher.
Oh, that was bad. That was bad. Okay, so, seeing that only 2 of us have actually entered topics in,
I thought other people were supposed to do that. Besides, I was lazy.
I felt the same way. I was like, last minute topics. Tweet quickly. Great.
Technically, you can still add topics. Technically. I can just hit the nifty refresh button.
The people in the chat should do that. Hey, people listening in, say something and we'll talk about it.
Actually, best yet. Oh wait, where is it? Okay, for those people who...
My chat room just emptied out.
For those people who actually have this nifty thing called Twitter, you can use...
What's a Twitter?
I said the same thing like a month ago.
She's drawing it because she couldn't spell slash in her little video format.
Oh, it's backwards.
Well, it's backwards on yours. It's not backwards. It's not backwards when we see it. So
exactly. It's perfectly the right side for us.
Yeah, it's fine on my screen.
Okay, so hopefully
you're just weird.
It's not fine on
weird.
my stream. So anyhow, you're gonna use the hashtag /chat, which I will link in the chat box. That way people can click on it and copy it, and I don't have to spell again, because apparently I can't spell. So we're gonna do a hashtag. If I can even find where the hashtag is. /
Yeah, back before Twitter, it was called a pound sign or a number sign.
Right, number sign.
Now when you call it that, people think that you're like old and so.
Well, we are old.
Old physically.
I'm glaring at you.
You're the oldest one here.
I assumed I was.
Okay, so for those of you who have Twitter, go to that, type that in any Twitter thingy, and you don't have to put it like at the beginning or the end.
Yes, okay. I was there for like 2 minutes being like, so where do I put this? Is it the beginning, the end, the middle, anywhere? Like what? I don't know.
Yeah.
My first hashtag use ever, so.
Yeah, you can put it anywhere in your Twitter, whatever, your Twitter
Just
message.
anywhere.
And send us topics, discussions, Q&As, whatever you can think of, and we will put it in this hat, and we will draw them out. So, feel free to submit that whenever you feel like it. So.
Hat-tastic.
Yep. It's the top hat of topics. Okay, so. Our twats. Someone in the chat.
Did you say twats?
Yes.
So it's like twatter. Is that like there's Twitter and then there's twatter?
Such an interesting service that would be, I wonder.
Oh dear.
I don't know. There's someone probably owns that domain name already. So.
I would be
Someone
afraid to visit it.
They do now.
Okay.
Oh no.
It satisfies a very specific niche in the social media network. So.
Oh, I don't even want to know.
Mitch.
Okay, so on to our first topic of our first episode. Shake it up nice and good. Not cheating. I'm obviously not cheating.
Don't cheat.
Okay, our first topic is... okay. Perfect topic for a beginning introduction. What are your goals? Life-wise, YouTube-wise, or stream-wise? And we'll start with David, who actually posed the question.
Okay, so I posed the question because I didn't have any, really. So I was like, maybe these are important. I should think about it sometime.
Well, now you have to think about it.
Yeah, I'm forced to now, so it's all good. I really just sort of started as a way to not be depressed about not working. So now I'm working and doing this. I got to set something. So I was just really wanting to have fun with it. Goal-wise, I would like to, in the years to come, have a sub button for Twitch. That would be like the most insane thing ever.
That would be
I'd
awesome.
probably end up being one of those people that freak out, running around the room going, yeah. But Who knows until it happens.
You do a happy dance.
YouTube. Yes, you would see me do happy dance, and I don't dance. So, YouTube-wise, my only goals there are just to have fun and keep putting out more videos. I want to make sure I do one a day when I'm not working, rather than just be like, I'm rolling out of bed and thinking I'll just do one today, maybe tomorrow, whatever. That's been what it has been so far. Not a good thing. I've been told that's a bad thing. So I need to prioritize all these things. There's no like solid goal there, but the goal is improvement. I must improve.
Improvement's always good.
Wow, that took so long to get to a tiny, tiny point.
Yep.
But that's me.
That's you? Okay. So, Jeremy, what's your...
Talk around in circles.
What's your goal, life, YouTube, stream-wise, etc.?
As far as YouTube and stream-wise, I kind of just got thrown into this, so I don't know if I have any goals for it yet. I know at work... Go ahead.
Your current information for the Twitch is coming soon, aka too cool for social media.
I do know I need to start doing some stuff with YouTube for my actual job, because we need to promote some of the new programs we're starting there. Life-wise, basically just get back through the bachelor program I'm in and, you know, try and get ahead a little bit that way and try and help the current job I have get a little bit more developed.
Sweet. Solid.
Sorry, there's nothing really funny there. I can say it in a funny voice if it'll help.
No. So, Alex.
Yes.
There was
goals,
a question.
Yeah, I was like waiting for some sort of a whatever. Just in general of goals, it's just you know, I went to school for journalism, so I've been kind of during that time I wanted to get involved in gaming journalism, which eventually led me to one site that is not around anymore, another site that I left early, and now just this one is I write for Hardcore Gamer magazine. It's not paying at the moment, but it is a situation where more people can actually read the things that I write, and that's good, and I really like it there. Everyone there is really cool, and that kind of ties into what I wanted to do on YouTube. Is I have a very, very few videos on YouTube right now, but at the moment I know how to do a lot of the harder, more complex video editing. Like, I watch a ton of content creators on YouTube. I watch all the normal boots guys. I watch all the hidden block guys, and they're really good video makers. And I know I'll never be as successful as them, but they've always been sort of a big influence on how I would create my videos. My old videos suck. I hate them, and I really don't like looking at them because they're so bad. But I've had this video project that I've been working on the next episode of this series. I've been shirking it so bad, and and the sad thing is, this video that I've had in production for so long, I have the script written, I have the audio recorded, I have all the game footage that I could ever need, and I just need to suck it up and actually do the editing, which is really the worst part of the whole thing, because it's you gotta, especially if you're using a lot of text effects and you know, moving images around the screen, it takes a lot of time to get that working, and I have like maybe a minute and a half worth of footage of that, and it was supposed to be somewhere around 10 or something, but I want to finish that soon, if only because it would be a good work sample as far as progressing the journalism field. I know how to edit movies, I know how to edit audio, I know how to do all that stuff, so I just need to show people that I can. As far as Twitch goes, Twitch is a little bit harder for me, but because I don't think, for me, I'd rather just stream something that very, very few people stream. because everyone streams them playing League of Legends or Minecraft or something like that, and that's fine. But I can't stand out doing that. So I started playing Sonic Heroes over Twitch because I got my Elgato game capture, which lets me capture and stream footage from console games, and it's great. I like Twitch, and I like investing time in it. It's just it's hard to get noticed. So that's not as important as YouTube is to me, but it is something I was doing for a while, and I really do like streaming stuff. I would do it like every weekend or something, but more subscribers would be cool.
Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. The information is below.
We'll see.
Well, subscribers
Cat's trying to help me.
Everybody.
I need a lot of help there, so Cat's bailing me out and sticking her followers over to me. So.
Yes, people. All the information is below.
Yeah, what she said. And that's really it. Those are my goals. Goals.
Isn't it strange that I've been sitting here reassessing mine the whole time going, I should really think about this. I was not prepared at all.
And you were the one who came up with it.
I know, right?
Like, nope, you're stuck. You already answered, so you can't change it.
Exactly.
Nope.
I'm like, damn, why did I have to go first?
It was your question, too.
Yeah, it was your question. That's the good thing about not submitting any questions. You don't have to go first.
True.
Okay, so life goal-wise, I'm pretty content where I'm at right now, unfortunately, which probably isn't a good thing. But my life goals kind of tie into a lot of YouTube and streaming because ultimately I'd like to work from home. And if I can enable myself to be like, hey, look at this, I'm 100% a YouTuber or 100% a streamer, that would be awesome. As for YouTube, I'm trying to find things to do and people to like implement in, like you guys, for example, and kind of make a community and not just like, hey, sitting here talking to myself, because that's one reason why I stopped streaming for a while was I'm just kind of sitting here talking to myself, and this isn't good. So,
what's wrong with talking to yourself?
Huh?
What's wrong with talking to yourself?
Yeah,
I do it all the time.
I think it's the quantity of it that matters.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I know I'm the only one who'll listen to me, so you know.
So, as for YouTube, I'd like to see a lot more like projects coming into play. Actually getting on a track with doing things which I've recently managed to do, like every Tuesday and every Sunday, every Wednesday, stuff like that. And then putting out more vlog videos. And actually, just because today I got my second monitor, I'll probably be streaming again. Like this. Yeah. As for Twitch, I mean, I think that's everyone's goal who is on Twitch is to get a sub button. But like Alex said, it's so hard to get recognized. It's extremely hard, especially when you don't know like that many people that are currently in the industry to be like, hey, can you promote this or can you get my name out there? So it's kind of like an everyday kind of struggle trying to get everything known and stuff like that. So I think my current goals are just, again, improve what I can and be like, hey, is this interesting? If not, let me know. Because then I will find things that are more interesting. So any comments, questions before we go on to the next topic?
Nope, no, I'm good.
Nope.
Wait about the chat, people.
We currently have no more questions from chat. I'm gonna refresh Twitter and see if... Nope. Okay, so we're going from the hat.
From the hat.
From the hat. I'm gonna... You don't like talking...
That's alright, chat. You can stay in lurker mode. It's fine.
Yeah. Okie dokie. a question of, what's your favorite anime and why?
Oh, that's a hard one for me.
What's your favorite anime?
Ditto.
Yeah, and why?
Okay.
I'm gonna have to say High School of the Dead. Nice and short. Had all the zombie stuff I love. Had all the crazy controversy that all those things sort of do. But it was
Wasn't that
short.
like just a fan service anime though?
I liked it.
It was like, yeah, that's really what it was. It was like, yeah, here's a bunch of upskirt shots, but here's some zombies to bounce at. So
Exactly. Balance.
if you like zombies and voyeurism, go ahead. It's actually a pretty good show. It's pretty good.
Yeah. Other ones I tend to love hate. Like I'm addicted to the Naruto Shippuden stuff. I can't not watch it even when it frustrates me with the flashbacks and stuff. Grr.
Filler.
They're currently doing a set of flashbacks that have technically already happened.
Oh,
They
so
showed
it's
them
filler.
way earlier.
Filler in a
Yeah.
Naruto show. What a concept.
Yes.
I'm
Oh, I
shocked and
know.
amazed.
I stopped watching for like a year. There's been maybe 2 major plot point advances, and then filler everywhere. All that filler. Can't stand it. The silence is deafening.
Okay, so Jeremy, favorite anime?
That's a bad question to ask me because I really don't watch that much anime. As far as actual anime, I liked the Hellsing OVAs a lot. I keep rewatching the Team 4-star like Dragon Ball Z Abridged and Hellsing Abridged series when I need a laugh.
My ears hurt.
I mean,
Yeah, Abridged series are hilarious, and I think like Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged was the first one
mhm.
that really showed people that you can really make a lot of jokes about these shows. So.
Actually, the guy who did Yu-Gi-Oh! Abridged, I think he was one of the voice actors, at least in the beginning, for DBZ Abridged.
Yeah,
I think he was
little
the announcer.
Karibo.
Yeah, I think
yeah.
he was the announcer, maybe Frieza, which,
That was-
spoiler warning, whenever they had Frieza screaming like a doll, like I about fell out of my chair laughing. And Hellsing Abridged is just hilarious to watch because a lot of the characters, they really didn't change that much because you can just hear those characters saying that. Alucard and Jan Valentine especially. So yeah, that's about it for me as far as anime. I've been trying to diversify a little more, but between work, I've got a couple of projects I'm working on, and trying to get everything together with school. I just only so many hours in the day.
So
Only
Alex,
so
favorite
many.
anime?
Yeah, I've been watching anime for a long time, and I'm still a big sucker for the original Shaman King anime that I was watching as a kid, and even I'm of the case in that the manga is infinitely better because the ending of the manga didn't happen until years after the manga technically ended. It kind of ended on this stupid, dumb cliffhanger. And then the guy who made it, Hiroyuki Takei, said, yeah, I'm going to give this a real ending, and the real ending is perfect. I can't think of any way it could be improved. But the anime basically ended with a spirit bomb. It was just everyone share your energy and we'll defeat this impossible enemy with all your energy, and it was like, come on, guys, be a little more original than just a spirit bomb. So I've always liked Shaman King, and I watch a few other things. I mean, I got this. I don't know if you guys heard of this is Jump Ultimate Stars. It's a DS import. It's basically Smash Bros with anime characters. Probably my favorite DS. It's my favorite DS game ever. It's all in Japanese because of licensing issues, but the original DS is region free, so I have no problem with it. It's amazing. So I'm kind of into that shonen anime thing. I don't like Naruto anymore because it's stupid. and it has a lot of filler.
I totally
and I really
agree.
don't like filler. Bleach has a lot of filler. I mean,
100%
the thing with Bleach is that when they're working in the main story, it's great. It's incredible.
Oh, yeah.
But then they just have to put in some filler. They have to just break the flow, and it's so annoying. So I've kind of faded out on Bleach. I watched Space Dandy on TV, which is very funny. It's made by the guy who made Cowboy Bebop, and it's a comedy, but it's very, very funny. I really like Space Dandy every week. Other than that, I've been trying to get myself to continue watching Kill la Kill, which is the thing done by the Gurren Lagann people.
I've heard that being suggested a few times this like week. What's it about? Like, I don't know anything about it. People keep telling me that
I've only
it's good.
seen the first. I've only seen the first episode, but I really do like it. It's this. This girl is trying to find someone who killed her father, and apparently this evil this giant like school has like a headmaster who apparently knows something about it. So she's trying to fight this headmaster to learn more about who killed her dad,
Okay.
and she's strong. She's a very likable character because she's very strong-willed, but she also has that break-in personality that makes her all nervous and stuff. And she gets like this sailor uniform that gives her superpowers or something. It's really, really weird, really, really bizarre.
That's really strange.
But if you like something like Gurren Lagann or Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt or Fooly Cooly or any of those things, what's so funny? What? What? That's the name of the show.
Outburst of lava. It's a good show. You should watch it sometime.
I have the DVDs right next to me right now.
I think I'm definitely going to check out the Kill la Kill thing because I've heard so many people like within a week being like, "This is really good. You need to watch it."
Chad
good,
has
but I
said
keep
that it's
getting
pretty great,
distracted by-
actually.
Yeah.
I keep seeing Kat getting distracting me with her little giggling fits.
She's good.
It's funny.
I'll not be
It's very,
distracted at
it's
that.
very, the thing is with that show is that you gotta have like tolerance for South Park style humor. It's
Oh, that's
filthier
good.
than
I'm fine
South
with that.
Park. It's filthier than South Park, but it's because the guy who made it said, I want to make an anime that pokes fun at American cartoons. Giant shit monsters and giant snot monsters and giant vomit monsters and
So Conker's Bad Fur Day in anime form.
pretty much the first episode has a giant shit monster, so I'm like,
Great
yeah, that's a
mighty
really
food.
easy. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Opera singing pile of poop.
Yeah, and all my friends
Conker's
are
Bad
telling me
Fur
to
Day.
all my friends are telling me to watch Attack on Titan, but I'm setting that aside. Everyone's saying, "Well, watch Attack on
I found that hard to finish Attack on Titan.
I don't know.
I watched the
Everyone's
first 14
talking about
episodes
it.
and were like, yeah.
It doesn't look appealing to me for some reason. I don't know.
The last like 4 episodes are great. The rest of it I could meh.
I used to watch anime all
unfortunately
the
how I
time.
feel.
Now I really don't have too much time to do that. I've been playing video games instead. And and Kill la Kill is really the one that I'm most interested in right now. But my favorite is Shaman King, and it's always going to be that way, even though the manga has an infinitely better ending. So let's bother Kat. What's her favorite anime? Fairy Tale? Because you've been talking about Fairy Tale a
Get
lot.
some popcorn. It's gonna take a minute.
No. Okay, so
Sit back with a drink and just relax.
I will admit, okay, Fairy Tail has gotten a little bit better, but it's again one of those animes that is just like too much filler. The humor in it is kind of too slapstick for me. I like my serious and dark animes like Hellsing and like what
Hellsing
is it?
wasn't supposed to be funny.
Okay, to a certain group of people, Hellsing was funny, but I like the more serious animes, kind of like Ghost in the Shell and Serial Experiments Lane, and like watching Fairy Tail. Like I have to every once in a while, I will just skip through the episode and be like, okay, so tell me what happened during the next episode. I'll be like, oh, so that's what happened, and I think I've watched like 28 episodes so far. And I'm still like, So I'm gonna finish it. I will. I promised people I would finish it, so I will finish it. But I actually got into a new series called Rin, and it was amazing good. However, it's not for the faint of heart. It's like, it's definitely like PG. It's not even PG. It's like M rating, 18 plus rating anime. It was weird. I found it on Netflix, and I was like, how is this on Netflix? Like, what?
They have the tutors on Netflix.
That's true. That is true. But
I envy
And
everyone
Lost
with
Girl
Netflix.
and
but I
Portia.
actually,
That
Here.
one's really explicit.
I did find Rin to be like absolutely amazing though. Started watching Log Horizon. Any anime that's like characters trapped in a video game. Hack Sign is one of my absolute favorite animes. And yes, I liked Sword Art Online, and Log Horizon is kind of the exact same anime. And a lot of people are like, it's just the same thing over. I'm like, yeah, but you can't have enough Hack Sign. Like, if they could make more episodes of it, I'd totally watch it. I hated GU, though. Absolutely hated the new stuff that they tried to implement. I was just like, no. So anything that has someone trapped in a computer, I'm watching.
Because that's your ultimate dream.
That is my ultimate dream. To be trapped in it. Yes. I'm like...
So if it doesn't end up like Tron.
Oh, no. No.
That would be bad.
That'd be awful. Awful. Someone in chat says they have a fairy tale logo on the back of their mailbox.
Why?
Interesting. First, why?
I'll be right
and
back. I gotta do
second-
something real quick.
Okay.
/ sandwich.
Slash sandwich.
Oh, wow. How I don't really miss you at all. I have a hard time finding MMOs I like. And the one I found that I really like, no one else wants to play, so...
Oh, the Secret World?
Which one?
Yeah.
Agito's
Oh my god,
in
I
chat,
got that,
actually.
and nobody wants to play it,
Hey,
so I'm like,
Agito.
I'll just leave it, whatever. Man,
I'm
that sounds
hoping
like a
Elder
name.
Scrolls.
Oh, that'll be good.
Yeah.
I got a beta key for that, I should play it.
What is
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Elder Scrolls Online
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
basically took...
I need to
Elder
get around
Scrolls.
to actually pre-ordering that, because...
Yeah. I feel horrible. I scored a beta key and I haven't played yet.
Aww. I think I'm just gonna
Alright, so-
probably end up waiting until the game comes out.
But if you do that, you can't play any race in any alliance. That's the main reason I want to pre-order it.
Oh, well, yeah.
Ah, okay.
Because as it is, you know, you have like... I think there's like 9 different races and 3 different factions. Each faction has 3 races. And, you know, some of my friends want to play in a certain faction, but the races I would normally play aren't in that faction, so...
And to
I have
catch
to pre-order
Alex
it.
up, we're talking about Elder Scrolls Online.
I figured.
He's just like...
I mean, I was in a couple of
Totally.
beta weekends, and I liked it. The combat felt very, well, more realistic than most MMOs anyway. You know, it seemed like in order to block, I actually had to have my shield pointed towards the guy, and I had to move myself in a position to actually block. Kind of like Terra, but it was a lot faster. You know, you just had to have quicker reflexes with it. The enemies didn't quite telegraph their moves as clearly.
Ray Tog from chat says that there is going to be another beta weekend this weekend for Elder Scrolls Online.
Hey, Ray Top, you lost the game.
Awesome.
You swearing.
Okay.
Oh, no.
I recognize that screen name.
Okay.
More hat topics.
Also, ESO update, they've added collision physics with enemies, and also you can skip the starter island, is what chat says.
Nice.
That's nice.
Being able to skip tutorials is awesome.
Yeah, that was my one kind of gripe. I was trying a bunch of different character classes in the beta weekend, and I had to fight through that same area.
Okay, so the hat is psychic.
Suck.
Okay.
MMORPG.
We were already on this topic. I did not do this on purpose.
You have a psychic hat. It's magical.
You wear it, do you get the properties?
Okay, so actually, this topic specifically, I want to hear Alex's viewpoint on this, because I know for a fact he's not that huge into MMORPGs.
Okay.
So-
Well, what's the topic exactly?
MMORPGs.
What's the?
That's the
it's
topic.
just what's my opinion on them?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to know.
I don't have I don't dislike MMORPGs. I just don't have the time to play them. And I know that a lot of the MMORPGs that are going on right now, they've been around for a long time. Like World of Warcraft has been here forever, and like even some things like maybe Star Wars: The Old Republic is something. And the people who are involved in those are the people who've been playing forever. And I feel that if I was to get into something like World of Warcraft right now, I would be so far behind. And I also know that you got to pay subscription fees most of the time. I know there are exceptions. Like I have some friends who have been playing Path of Exile, and they really like it. And it's just you need to invest a lot of time into MMOs to really get the most out of them. And you also, that amount of time that you invest also justifies the fact that you're paying money each month for them. And as someone who doesn't spend that much time playing an MMO, and someone who's trying to save his money, it makes it a little harder for me personally to get involved with them. If I was going to get into an MMO, I would want to do it when that MMO is new. Like, I know that Blizzard is working on Titan, which is supposedly this their next big step in MMOs, and that's going to be released sometime in the future. At launch, I would give that a try. What?
Coming soon. It's just you see that in the forums on WoW all the time. It'll be here soon.
Yeah, I just think that in order for me to sort of keep pace with all of the people who would get involved with it, I would need to start it rather early on. I wouldn't be like, launch day, but I would be able to get in. Because if I joined World of Warcraft right now, I'd be around like level 80 or something people who know what they're doing, and I would not. And even by the time I actually start getting used to something like that, I have a feeling World of Warcraft won't be here anymore. So, people, it'll fade out. So you want to be involved in an MMO that has a lot of popularity, that people are playing, and also one that you don't feel like you're lagging behind everyone. But as far as the idea of MMOs, I think that it's a great idea. It encourages social, to just being able to work with cooperatively with other people and sometimes competitively. But at the moment, I don't own any MMOs. I was tempted to get Final Fantasy XIV when it was on sale.
It's still on sale?
I know, it's just
Come on.
I need to I could try the free trial, but then I would have to make the decision, do I want to pay money each month for something that I might not be able to play concurrently, because I got games to review, so I can't spend too much time on that. But I know you guys like MMOs, and that's fine. I mean, if I had the time and the resources, I would play an MMO. I really would. Because my friends do. They love Path of Exile. So that's really my opinion, coming from someone who doesn't...
Path of Exile really considered MMO? Because it kind of seems like Diablo 3, where you get a group and you go instancing.
Well, it's massively multiplayer online. It's not necessarily an RPG in the same way that Final Fantasy XIV is. It's because something can be massively multiplayer without being an RPG specifically.
Okay.
That's MMOs in my eyes. Someday I'll get involved. Someday. I'm not afraid of it like taking control of my life. I mean, if I was able to tame Skyrim, I think I can handle just giving myself a little time each day to work on that.
So then, also speaking of Skyrim, with pretty much the new MMO that is Skyrim, how many people are actually going to play it out of this group?
Elder Scrolls Online.
If it was free, I would play it all the time.
See,
I'd try it.
Are they actually going with a subscription base to begin with?
Yeah.
I don't know.
As far as I know.
Okay.
I mean,
I know people are scared of paying a monthly fee, but I think that if you're paying for something, you're giving money to the developers, and that they can actually do to improve it. That's kind of why free to play is so sketchy.
I hate free to play so much.
I think by paying a subscription fee, you're kind of saying that this has the quality. You're not paying for shit. I know there are some that are just garbage, but I feel more confident in a game's quality if I'm paying money as a subscription and not just dealing with microtransactions.
I totally get that, but I'm on the side, like, if you have to buy the game and then pay subscriptions, I'm like, fuck that. I don't want to buy it twice, basically.
Well, I don't like
Let me
paying
download it and I'll
the
pay
money.
online.
I mean, that's
Yeah.
It's not. If I had a choice, then between the same game but one where you pay money and one where you don't, I would always pick one that you don't. I just think that a subscription fee is sort of a mark of higher quality.
Oh, definitely.
Then the developer has more money to spend on it. I was with Secret World from early beta all the way through, and I loved the game. I had a lot of fun with it. I liked the horror theme of it. And I noticed when it went from subscription model to buy-to-play, which is different from free-to-play, but they went to buy-to-play. They didn't update things nearly as often when it was still, a subscription base. They had more money to put out more content, and I liked the content. Now that it's gone buy-to-play, the updates are just coming so much slower because they had to slash the size of the dev team, which, obviously that's going to happen when you're not making as much money.
Right.
And I hate microtransactions when I'm playing because I know for a while I tried Lotra, and it just, honestly, I was expecting to be walking through the woods and see a billboard, like, in the game at some points, just because of how much, microtransactions were getting pushed.
I've been writing a lot of the things a lot of the things I've been writing for Hardcore Gamer have been about microtransactions, and there have been so many examples lately of games that are just abusing them. Games that you're not. They say, oh, you don't have to pay us. You're giving you the option to move forward faster, but like, think of, like, if you're playing in a competitive game and you're trying to keep pace with other players, would you rather work really hard over time to get it, or would you take the easiest advantage that can get you on par with them faster? And I think that, microtransactions are terrible. I mean, if you look at the Dungeon Keeper mobile game, I don't know if you guys heard about that, but that's rock bottom. So.
Take Star Wars, for example. And this is something, like, I recently was going to start playing Star Wars Old Republic. Logging into the game as free to play, it literally cut me in half. Like, half the races were gone. Half the stuff that you could actually get were gone, unless you actually paid the subscription. And that seems to be not so much a free-to-play model as much as it is then, like...
A demo?
Yeah.
It was extremely annoying because I was like, there's not... You get 4 races out of, like, 10.
You're not getting a complete game, and that's why so many people are upset about microtransactions. And I think I read, I don't know if you guys know about Total Biscuit. He did a rather scathing interpretation of Dungeon Keeper on mobile, and he said there are kids who are learning about these microtransactions young, where they don't even know about the alternative where you don't have to pay. They're growing up on microtransactions, and and that's a problem because we know better than that, but the people who don't know that there's a better option are just going to deal with it. Know that there's a better option.
Back in my day, all we had was Mario Brothers. We were happy.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, I actually remember when that game came out for Nintendo, the original one. I feel like you should. Well, I mean, I was talking about Secret World a minute ago. They do have microtransactions, but 90+% of what you buy in the microtransactions is cosmetic stuff that does absolutely nothing.
Right.
And then, you can buy XP potions, but honestly, they really don't up the ante any significant amount. Because I do occasionally still log back in and play, because I helped run a haunted house for 10 years. I love horror games,
Well, with that same notion of things, of stuff that's cosmetic, look at, say, League of Legends, and they make buku bucks just on skins.
Oh god, yeah.
And it's like, that's all okay, yeah, you can buy the champions, which, I mean, you were saying earlier, if you want to be up to par with other people or spend the time to actually do it, but literally 90% of their transactions are just skins. And I kind of like how most games kind of take that path where it's just like, okay, if you want to spend money, it's just going to be to optimize your character in very vanity ways. Not so much it's going to be pay to win.
Makes it fair for other people that can't afford to pay to win, basically.
Yeah.
So I like that
It
aspect.
doesn't intrude upon the gameplay, and that's why games like Team Fortress 2 are working. Because that went free to play.
Free hats.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that there's a big difference between a microtransaction and a straight up paywall. And some games lean towards paywalls. Cosmetic microtransactions are fine because you're not being locked out of anything if you say no.
Yeah.
Which is so much better. So much better.
Yeah.
When it comes to me and like MMOs, I can't play them unless I'm with a group at that exact moment playing it. I can't stand it by myself with the grinding and whatnot. Ugh.
No, I do agree with that. A lot of MMOs, like after playing MMOs for as long as I have, the only fun I get out of it is if I'm actually playing with someone else. If I'm just grinding myself, I'm just like, you know what? I'd rather go play a Steam game.
Yeah.
I've tried to get back into WoW half dozen times, and the people I used to play with all the time they weren't online when I was online. It just kind of killed it for me, because I don't feel like having another job playing something that's supposed to be stress relief. I deal with enough stress in my job because kids don't listen.
Yeah. Oh, my boss plays World of Warcraft like crazy, and he's told me about the new expansions coming out. Apparently, you're going to have an option when you make new characters to just be like level 90, and then go on from the rest of the level cap from there. That would be kind of awesome. To just avoid all the pre-game shit.
Well, they had the Scrolls of Resurrection.
I might play.
I mean, those were pretty much like if you knew someone who was out of the game for, say, a year, you could be like, hey, use this scroll and it'll get you back in the game, and you have like a max cap level character, but you only get one. I mean, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah. See, the thing with me is, especially if I'm paying for a game, I don't want to skip the first 90 levels. I want the first 90 levels to actually be fun to play, and then to continue to have fun. So it's kind of,
I
again,
totally get that, but for people like myself, that I will not play it unless my group is online at the exact moment, and they're all like, "Well, you're such low level, piss off for a minute." And I'm like, "Well, I'm not going to play then because I can't be bothered." So for me, that option is really great because it means I can jump into a game that all these people already love, experience everything that they think is just so great, and be able to be like, "Yes, this is cool," and I'll just come in with this character with you guys because I don't have to do the other shit to catch up because I don't want to anyway.
Yeah. Well, I'm not disagreeing with that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I think the whole game should be fun, not just the game starts being fun once you hit max level.
Yeah.
Because
Right.
to me, that's just an epically long tutorial. And as we said earlier, I'd like to skip the tutorials. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think most MMOs have become like that though, and it's sad.
Hence why I hate most
Yeah.
MMOs. That's why I had fun with Secret World, because none of the quests were, well, at least very few of the quests were exactly the same. And I'm hoping Elder Scrolls is that way too, because I know
Great.
Skyrim didn't feel grindy to me. And, you know, I've only been on the beta weekends. So the parts I played didn't feel grindy, but then again, you know, time will tell.
There wasn't a single moment for me in Skyrim where felt like I was grinding.
Yeah. Well, because there's always
Not
something
a single
random
moment
to
at
discover.
all.
You know,
Yeah.
you're just walking
It's
along on
big.
a quest.
It's really
and
big.
You're walking along on a quest, and suddenly there's this huge dwarven, you know, citadel that's run down.
Right.
You can go inside and clear it out. And
It's like, I want a
metal
quest. Ooh,
struts
shiny.
Yeah, I just see something and I'm compelled to just get it done.
Mhm.
I don't feel like I have to. I'm feeling like, you know,
Just
it's
want to.
there. That's why it's
Yeah.
there.
I always have fun in Skyrim walking around, and you see the Thalmor, you know, elves walking by, and they start smarting off to you. It's like, get out of here. This is Thalmor business. You're not allowed. It's like, okay. Go over, walk behind a tree, crouch, stealth, sneak up, arrow.
Just
steal
take
stuff.
all their, just pickpocket them. Just be
That's
like,
fun, too.
I remember the first time I came across that game, I'm like, here, I'll just give the guy a bunch of gear and just see what happens. I just stood there watching like a dick. Like, yep, this is fun. Whoever wins.
You just, yeah.
You mentioned Fallout earlier. One of the things I love, because I was a fan of the Fallout series since the first game, not just
Since the first
you know
one.
the more
Nice.
recent ones. And one of the things I love doing is pickpocketing someone and putting a grenade. Okay.
Oh.
Boom.
Does it actually explode them?
I don't remember if it does it in New Vegas. I know it did it in some of
does.
the earlier games. I mean, the second Fallout game just had so many references, and it was just, it was hilarious. And then Tactics, I know a lot of people didn't like. I laughed my butt off because, I mean, you know, you're being given your instructions by Lee Ermey. If any of you know who that is, if not, go watch Full Metal Jacket.
Yeah.
That was hilarious because
I think wasn't like a GOG.com giving away Fallout 1, 2, and Tactics for free at one point?
Yes.
Because I remember downloading them, and the thing is, you could not get to the site because everyone was downloading these free Fallout games.
they're great games, and I mean,
Yeah.
I've got them on my Steam.
love that site.
They're cheap, but they're loads of
Yeah.
fun. And I mean, even the old ones kind of stand up because they've got references. I mean, like some of the random encounters are just hilarious. There's one where you can't remember whether it's the first or the second one. I think it might be the second one. You come across this random encounter. It's a field, and there's a TARDIS in the middle. And it disappears and leaves a little item for you. There's another one where you show up, and there's a giant Godzilla footprint with someone smashed in it. You know, there are cows who are talking like Foghorn Leghorn in one of them. So, I mean, it just... And most of you probably don't know who Foghorn Leghorn is. Never mind.
I do. I know who you're talking about.
I say,
I say guy.
yeah.
Oh no. Speaking of good old games, there's a great one on there I think everybody should play. It's Heroes of Might and Magic. I think it's 8 Day of the Destroyer. It's my favorite game of all time. It's old as hell, but it is so fun. Basically, it's one of the ones where like all your character portraits is down the bottom, so when you move, it's sort of like it feels like you're moving through a very obvious grid, but it's somewhat graphical. And it starts with you on this like ruined ass island with like lava everywhere, cataclysms going on, and you're all you're trying to do is just leave, and you end up like saving the world by the end of the game, just because you're like, I don't want to be here. And it goes from dragons and trolls to crazy alien spaceship under some ice or something. It's really weird.
And what was this?
Yeah, it's called Heroes of Might and Magic 8 Day of the Destroyer. It's the Heroes of Might and Magic line that's like all the hero ones. Yeah. It has you like jumping through like the elemental planes, finding random shit, and you just gotta play it. which is awesome. It's very open as well, so you don't have to just like hard the storyline. You can go and do whatever the fuck you want, and it's just more fun to do the story.
Well,
it's
this
so
is
great.
actually going to lead us right into our next topic, which is going to be, what is your favorite childhood video game?
Already answered it.
Yeah.
The hat is psychic.
I
Into the future.
swear the hat is.
Favorite
Well, I just
childhood
answered
video
it.
game.
Yeah.
That one's actually kind of hard. What are we defining as childhood?
That was my first video game, so I love it, and I'm playing it again.
Whenever you were adolescent, first game you actually enjoyed, something like that?
I mean, the first game I actually enjoyed was Super Mario Brothers. So,
Nice.
you know, I'm going to have to think on that one for a minute. 'Cause there were a lot of them.
This is my childhood. This is my childhood manufactured onto a GameCube disc. Every single one of these games, because when I was a kid, the first experience that I really had with video games was I would go over to my older cousin's house, and she had a Sega Genesis, and she had all these Sonic the Hedgehog games, 1, 2, 3, and Knuckles, and I would just play those when I'm there. I wouldn't interact with any of my family. I would not talk with anyone. I would just play the Sonic the Hedgehog games. So then one of my other cousins who had a Sega Genesis, he got a Nintendo 64, so I kind of got the hand-me-down Sega Genesis, and I had all those Sonic games. They were still good, and I still love the hell out of them. They're still amazing games. And me being this little kid in school who's like, oh no, the next system is coming out. I got to sell this old one. So I sold the Genesis to get a Nintendo 64, and then I sold the Nintendo 64 to get a GameCube. And once I got a GameCube, I'm like, I don't get to play the Sonic games anymore. Why did I do that? And then I find out that they released Sonic Mega Collection on GameCube, and my uncle got it for me, and I'm like, this is really all I need because all these games I just grew up with, and they're still great. I even got a once I got the good PC, there was a Sonic Hits collection on Steam, which had all the old arcade games. It also had like Sonic Generations, Sonic Adventure 1, 2, just all kinds of Sonic games, even like the Sonic Racing games. So I still play those on Steam, and they're still great. So Sonic is really the reason that I got into gaming in the first place, and that's really my childhood. It was just I love these games. They're just so fast. They're so fluid. Even things like Sonic 3D Blast, which everyone hates, is actually a pretty good game. Not a good Sonic game, but a pretty solid game. And if I had to choose one Genesis Sonic game, like I can't choose a collection, I would pick Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which is it's a perfect game. I cannot complain about it at all. It's just that good. So that's my childhood game experience. Has always been Sonic the Hedgehog.
I can actually kind of relate to that, the whole GameCube story, because my family was huge Legend of Zelda people. Huge. Like, my mom actually wrote the first, like, strategy guide for Legend of Zelda. And it was back when it was all text, like, you had all just the text, and you actually had to make the maps by using little symbols, like X's and squares, and, like, bomb here, and you made a little X, and it was just all... It was like one of the first guides that was ever online, and it was one that my mom made. And I used to sit and watch her play it day in and day out, the original Legend of Zelda. And I just loved it. Like, I didn't so much love playing it as much as I loved watching her play it. And one day I realized that they did the collector's edition of it, which had 1 through 4. On GameCube. Well, technically 1, 2, Majora's Mask, and Ocarina of Time. And so I bought her the GameCube, and bought her that set. And I sat and watched her play it nonstop. And that was...
You mean this? This thing?
Yes. It was exactly that. Exactly that.
This is hard to find because where did I get this?
GameCube games in general are hard to find, aren't they?
Yeah, there's some really good GameCube games like that are just really obscure.
Interesting ones.
But yeah, I have this, and I also have since I pre-ordered Wind Waker on GameCube, I got the Master Quest disc for Ocarina of Time, which is
nice,
really good. That was really that disc was my first real experience with Ocarina of Time. I remember playing the collector's edition of Zelda this thing, and the first Zelda is hard. I mean, just because a lot of the things you need to figure out are so incredibly cryptic. And I skipped Zelda 2 because it just didn't look as good to me.
Twitch.
Yeah.
And that one.
I've never played Majora's Mask to completion, and a lot of people say that some people think that's the best Zelda game, but I hear it's harder and a lot different than Ocarina of Time because of the time, the days, the whatever days thing. And someday I'm gonna finish Majora's Mask. Hopefully before Nintendo decides to release a 3D version, like the rumors have been going around. So I mean, after I sold the Nintendo 64, which had all those really good Rareware platformers like Banjo-Kazooie and Donkey Kong 64 that I love to death, I said to myself,
Star Wars Pod Racers.
I said to myself, I'm never selling a console again. Never. Because every time I sell a console, I end up regretting it because all these games I like are can't play them anymore. So
again, Star Wars Pod Racer.
Yeah.
Is that N64?
Yeah, that was I remember.
Yeah, that's like the one good thing to come out of the prequels. Everyone says that's the one good thing to come out of the prequels.
That was my game.
My first Nintendo game.
Loved it. But no, like 100% though, hands down. Watching my mom play Zelda, and actually, Dad was a huge PlayStation 1, like Tomb Raiders guy. So I watched that constantly, and every single time I tried to play it, I failed miserably. I was just
the old Tomb Raiders look weird.
How
maybe I didn't grow up.
They're so fun.
They look so. I don't know. I mean, maybe it's because I started playing Tomb Raider around the time Tomb Raider Legend came out.
Oh yeah.
But
I've played literally all of them. Yeah.
What?
It's a good one.
I didn't play. I started with Legend. I heard Angel of Darkness was terrible, so I skipped that.
It was awful.
I still liked it, even though there was a lot of bad qualities to it. It was still like Tomb Raider game, yeah. Because I played all
Legend
of them, so
was great. I heard Anniversary Collection was good. I did play the newest Tomb Raider, the 2013 game, and I really didn't like it very much. It seemed like it was trying to be Uncharted too much, which is odd because the original Tomb Raider influenced Uncharted. So I
haven't played Uncharted, so I didn't get any of those issues. Like I heard a lot of people say the same thing, and I'm like, I don't want to play Uncharted now. It'll ruin Tomb Raider for me.
Okay.
So it's just sitting on my Steam list going, I want to play it, but no.
Another problem I had with the new Tomb Raider is just I didn't get the whole survival thing. I think that a lot of people have been saying, Lara's getting all edgy because she's trying to survive, and I'm thinking, you can't take like a frail young adventurer girl and then like an hour later she's just shotgunning everyone in the head and try to say that she's doing it to protect herself. There's just that pacing is disrupted to me. So
yeah.
And there's like very few puzzles in the new Tomb Raider, which I wasn't too thrilled on.
Well,
a lot of
quick
time events,
but
they replaced puzzles with quick time events basically.
I hate quick time events. They suck.
Yeah. They kind of suck.
unless you're playing Resident Evil 4, you do not need QuickTime events. That's really the only game I think the QuickTime events worked in, Resident Evil 4, which is... I don't know.
Well, chat has said that, well, Agito, his favorite or first game was Super Metroid. Then we have Raytog, who said that the first game he had ever beat was the original Contra.
I have a question for Agito. Did he get his name from Air Gear? Just a question. I'm curious now. Because it sounds like a character from there, and I'm like, My second favorite anime, so I'm like,
Like if
maybe.
it's Agito, like H-E-I-T-O, it might be like that Final Fantasy thing. I don't know.
Sure.
We'll have to wait for his response if he is still
Yeah,
here.
that'll come later. It's just like, I want to know.
Maybe I grew up in the wrong era, but I would have a lot of trouble with Contra nowadays because I didn't have an NES. I started on Genesis. But that's like that. Yeah.
The games, like console game wise, what I probably played the most when I was a kid would either have been the Super Mario Brothers or Mega Man. I really liked the Mega Man series, at least the first couple. I played that for I don't know how many years. I was still playing that on Nintendo when, the N64 came out. Super Nintendo, I had a couple of games I played a lot, but by that time I was starting to get more into computer gaming, which was still pretty basic at the time, but I did play a lot of like Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego and stuff like that. I'm a nerd. And I had a lot of fun with those just because it was kind of tongue-in-cheek and I liked history. So.
Well, we can't forget like Unreal Tournament.
Oh, God. LAN parties.
Yes.
College. We'd kidnap the computer lab for like 15 or 20 hours straight. There'd be like 20 or 30 of us. I was that jackass that would find the place to hide where no one could get to you, and I'd launch the Redeemer and just circle the map and wait for there to be a large group of people and go, "Hey guys, what? You have been redeemed." And
oh god,
swearing.
my group at LAN still play Unreal Tournament. Oh my god, that game has just survived everything.
Well, I was
it's our fallback game.
I was just at a LAN party. Oh, when was this? It was just recently. It was last year, a couple months ago. Oh, I can't even think of when it was. Sorry, Kenny. I forget when your birthday was because it was for his birthday. We did a LAN party and we played Unreal Tournament and the first Call of Duty.
Nice.
Yeah,
First one's good.
It was definitely very interesting because a lot of us were just like, "What's the weirdest names we can come up with?" Like Shaving Ryan's Privates was like what. It was just like, what names could we come up with that were just like off the wall? We weren't even playing the game as much as we were like making weird names.
Aren't there a lot of FPSs that still use the Unreal Engine or like an updated version of it? Or did they finally stop doing that?
There's still a few that use it.
Yeah, I think some.
I can't name them off the top of my head, but
I think
I know everyone's kind of making their own engines these days.
Yeah.
But
well, I mean, Valve's games tend to, but
I actually
Half-Life, the first Half-Life. That was fun.
Oh yeah, that. I remember me and my friends. I live in Pittsburgh, but I recently visited some friends back in St. Louis where I used to live, and we have this this custom game mode in Halo that we always do. It's we only snipers. We turn up the running speed to the highest. We turn off the gravity. We make it so shields, and we just pick the biggest map we can think of. So basically, we're darting down these huge maps with snipers. We have grenades, but we don't. The only weapon we have is snipers, and we're just trying to shoot each other. And it's absolutely crazy awesome because it's so dumb. and
So
sometimes
it's like
you're
a
just
kung fu movie with sniper rifles.
yeah. I mean, we were gonna call this Spider-Man as the mode, but when we first did it, I typed a J instead of an I, and I said, "Hold on, let me refix it." And they say, "No, keep it. This is called Spider-Man." And the best moment of this entire game is when both people are just running at each other and they melee at the same time. You're basically jousting with people, and it's so dumb. It's so incredibly stupid, but it's so much fun. Just because it's the stupidest, and we turn our look sensitivity to the highest too. So we're just being complete idiots, just running around these huge Halo maps, just meleeing each other across the map because we're coming at each other so fast. And it's just a tradition between me and my friends. I tried trying to play this mode with other people online, but they didn't get it. They exited after like 5 seconds.
They're just like, wow.
It's so stupid, but it's like a tradition for me and my old high school friends.
Nice.
Yeah, shooters bring out the deep-rooted competitiveness of
In
friends, and then you're
everybody.
just yeah.
Oh, man, me and my friends,
People,
we still
are we
love
getting-
Halo, the first Halo as well. Oh my god, we have we don't have anything near as silly awesome as that, but we have what we call demo derby, where everyone just gets in a vehicle and it's try to knock their vehicle over, knock them out of it, and then kill them with your vehicle.
Right.
And it's just like an hour of us just like running at each other, and you turn just like slightly enough, the other one just go flipping off into the distance, and you're like, aha, I'll come get you.
GTA
Still
Halo
kind of fun.
Edition.
Pretty much.
See, that actually sounds like a fun way to play Halo.
Yeah. But it's so cool because the Warthog versus the tank, the tank has like all the little like flaps at the front, so you can do like crazy flips off the side of them and stuff. So it sometimes goes from us trying to kill each other to just like who can do the most awesome trick off a tank. Or at least that was me most of the time.
So you're playing Purple with videos.
Yeah.
Vehicles.
Basically. Vehicles.
It always sucked. I could never actually play Halo. Because
I
everyone
love
I
the Halo
knew
series.
had an Xbox that played Halo were so much better than I was that anytime I tried to get to play, I was just like, I might as well just sit here where I spawn because as soon as I take 10 steps, I'm dead. Like, I couldn't enjoy it.
I'm nowhere near as good of a competitive player of any first-person shooters, so but I just play them with my friends, and that's really it. We don't.
Yeah.
I have no intention of going pro.
Mm-hmm. For me, that's kind of the point of games, though, is to have fun with your friends or to entertain yourself.
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever play anything competitively.
Well,
It seems
one
like too
thing-
much
You're
hassle.
crazy. Or
Yeah.
One thing a lot of people don't understand about competitive video gaming, though, is you are stuck to one game for the rest of your life. Like, whether you like it or not, you are stuck to it. And it's just like,
Sounds
you
so
live
boring.
and you breathe, and then the game that you once enjoyed is now just like, oh, I have to continue
It's
to play
work.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be horrible to have that.
yeah.
Just
Yeah, I would never be a pro gamer. Never.
Yeah.
Not just because I'm bad at it, but because you wouldn't have fun with it.
Half the fun with games, though, it's fucking up while you're learning. Like, you know, if you can't get that on a regular basis, there's like no point.
Something I think we should
Right.
do for one of our podcasts is do a Borderlands 2 style and have us all play Borderlands 2 together.
Yes. Yes.
The
I love
kicker
Borderlands
is-
2.
Everyone must speak with an Arnold accent.
But I can't do that.
We'll teach you.
I don't know how to either.
Okay, fine. We'll get somebody to do Arnold, and then everyone else go with a funny voice. I'll do more of the
I need to get Borderlands 2 on PC. I have it on 360,
That's awesome.
but I need to get it on PC. Borderlands 2.
I can't
It's
do accents
hilarious.
at all. or voices. I'm horrible at all of them.
I just mimic the ones I hear in my head.
Oh, jeez.
Well, it makes it easier because at least you can hear them first. I think it might be time for a new hat question.
This
Get
is gonna
more
be our
stuff.
last one.
All right.
Yeah, I have to be at the
What's
gym at 5.
This will be our
And
last
I
one.
have nothing to do.
Open gym today.
Yeah, I'll figure something.
Yay.
Okay,
Oh,
our
I gotta
last
play.
question.
Double Dragon or something.
I'm putting this one back because this will be like a 3-hour-long discussion.
Yeah, save it for next time.
What was it, just out of curiosity?
My
We'll come back
favorite,
to it.
my favorite topic in the world, and Alex will know this topic very well. We had a discussion upon discussion upon discussion of this said topic.
Great. Now I forget what it was, and I need to remember.
There was links.
Oh wait, that one?
Yeah.
Like the Oh god, I'm trying to make a joke for here without giving it away. I mean, the one with the cartoons, right?
Yes,
that I sent
yes,
you?
yes.
Okay, all right. We'll save that for next time.
That would be a 3-hour-long discussion.
Yeah. We'll save that for next time because
I'm not sure if I want to
Not
know
enough
at this
time.
point.
it's nothing like controversial. It's just she would have an opinion on it.
Thanks. Thus,
There's nothing
being a
wrong with that.
3-hour-long
It's just that
discussion.
we're okay. Well, what is the question that we're doing this time?
What is the question?
Okay, this is actually going to be a little bit of like a knowledge question or a up-to-date question. The topic is the new Assassin's Creed Freedom Cry game that actually becomes a standalone. It was a DLC for the new Black Flag, but now it's become its own standalone for PlayStation 3 and PlayStation 4. So
Yeah, I got an email from like the Ubisoft website because I'm signed up to their crap with that this morning, which is why I tweeted it at you because I'm like, this sounds really interesting. I want to play it. I haven't played 4 yet.
Yeah,
I still haven't even played 3. I only just got it, but this standalone looks good from what I read.
I'm on board with you, David. I have 3. I've had it for a while. I started it a long time ago, but I never really dove back into it because I want to play 4. Everyone is saying 4 is great.
Yeah.
And Freedom Cry, it is a standalone, which is kind of interesting. It reminds me a lot of Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon, which was a standalone game, but it used a lot of the, kind of the open world exploration of the original Far Cry 3. And that was also made by Ubisoft, which was kind of interesting. I think Ubisoft is trying to make more of those standalone games, sort of more condensed packages of things that were bigger and simply better. And a game like Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon or Freedom Cry are probably better for downloadable things. They're just little bits with little changes to the gameplay, and I think that's cool because I really like Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. That's a really interesting game.
It was pretty freaking hilarious.
Yeah, it's like this is the 80s.
Yeah.
This is the 80s. So you're playing an 80s game in 2013.
That sounds like fun.
It is.
was
I mean,
pretty good.
it's a very it's funny. It like the cutscenes have this sort of VHS quality filter over them, so you see the little lines every now and then.
Oh my.
I swear, Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon is something that purposely makes fun of like 80s action movies, like all the Rambos and Terminators and
It does
it's
Well, what does he do?
really well.
and it does it so and since it makes fun of itself so much, it would be weird if it was like DLC for Far Cry 3.
I have to completely
Kat, why are you giggling so much?
sidetrack this for 2 seconds. Agito found something that's absolutely amazing. Apparently, Twatter.com is a real thing.
Why? I'm not surprised.
And it's an
I'm not surprised at all.
It's an anti-social network.
It's an antisocial network.
That is better than what I was
Oh.
expecting it to be.
Is it from the Department of Redundancy
It's a social
Department?
network for all of you people who hate social networks.
So Jeremy, do you
I'm
have an
not
account on
joining
here?
No, and I'm not going to either.
Signing up to it would defeat the purpose of having a site to
Oh.
defeat social networking. What the
Thank
hell?
you, Akito, for sharing that. That is.
That is fucking awesome.
I hate talking to people, so I'll go to this social network so I can be social with other people who hate talking to people.
Twatter.com.
Why?
Well, that's not what I was expecting. That's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't expect it to be like that either.
I'm pretty sure everyone was expecting something just disgusting.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, that's really what
See?
everyone was thinking of.
Hey.
They're speaking now. They're speaking. The site is metaphorical. Twats, not.
Yeah.
Okay, on that note of things.
I still haven't gotten through Assassin's Creed 3 yet either. Not because I'm not having fun with it, because I'm having too much fun playing Kill the British. I mean, it's just so much fun to sneak up on one, throw that dart into him, pull him down over the tree, and then his friends come over to investigate. Stab. Kill the British, kill the British.
Now, Kat.
It's definitely my next game.
Kat, when you got all the Assassin's Creed games, does that also come with Liberation HD?
Yes, it did actually.
I haven't gotten to play one.
Okay, because I actually have a Vita and I got Liberation with it, and I've never touched that game yet, but I heard it was okay, I guess, but
I figured it coming from like a handheld, it's not gonna hold up to the full quality of what the Assassin's Creed games do.
Right.
I'm interested to see how it plays through Steam, because it was originally a handheld game. So I'm wondering.
I actually heard it's. I've seen videos of people playing it, and Liberation HD looks pretty ugly, especially when you compare it to 4. It's because they're taking it from the Vita, and yeah, I heard the graphics aren't as good, and it's not as open world as, say, Brotherhood. I sunk a ton of time into Brotherhood. That's probably my favorite Assassin's Creed game.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as you were able to actually open up like the missions to send people out on, that's when the game just sucked you in.
Right. I was kind of the crowd that I didn't really like the first Assassin's Creed much. Maybe it's because the second one was so much better.
The controls were. On the
Okay,
first one.
from being an avid Assassin's Creed fan. Okay, look at my.
No,
Oh, I would
really?
never would have guessed.
Yeah.
Never
I'm
would've
shocked.
guessed.
I would think you would hate those games.
Yeah, she just puts the posters on her wall like, I hate these games.
For anyone.
That's why they're
who's-
behind her, not in front of her.
For anyone coming into the series, okay, so straight off the bat, anyone who's like, I've never played an Assassin's game for. I see that 4 is good, but I don't want to start at 4. My best advice is actually to skip the first game. Go straight to the second game. Go straight to Brotherhood and enjoy it. And then if you're like, yeah, I'm a dedicated Assassin's Creed fan, go back and play the first one. However, playing the first one is definitely like going through boot camp for the army, because the controls are so bad that going through the rest of the games, it's just cake. It's so easy.
I was more upset with the first Assassin's Creed's repetitive missions, like
Yes.
Yeah.
stop these people harassing someone, or there just wasn't much to do there. And then you got the stupid beggar women who keep following you, and it was like,
Yeah,
please. And you got like you have this mob of
I kept getting in trouble for
beggar
killing them.
women just following you.
I kept getting in trouble for killing them.
Yeah.
Okie so we are going to do our farewells. We're going to go across the board and say what you're up to for the rest of the week and where we can find you. David, you can start us off.
Okay. I don't have an outro yet, so I'm just going to leave with saying I host D&D sessions for people, mainly for anyone that wants to join. I excel in teaching people, so I'm good to host those. I'm doing another one with tonight, Wednesday, with Kat. Well, my Wednesday, her like Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. I don't even know. EST is stupid.
By the way, he's from Australia.
Yeah, I'm from
If you
Australia,
haven't
so
guessed.
you. Everyone here thinks I'm from America. They're like, "Are you American?" I'm like, "No." Everyone that's in America is like, "Yeah, he's Australian. You don't even have to worry about it. It's so easy to tell." I have a YouTube channel and a Twitch channel. I'm sure they're in the description below. Cat's thing. If not, they're just YouTube is Carcinal and Twitch is Carcinal, and anything you want to find me on is Carcinal. Karthnal. Simple enough.
Hey,
I'll pass it to the next
spell.
guy. Yeah.
Unlike some of us.
Yeah, unlike some other people.
You think I could spell, but really not. You should see my typing half the time. I'm like, does this have a J in it? No, I don't think it's staying in.
Spell check is one of the greatest inventions of the 20th century.
Oh god, yeah.
Right.
Okay, so Jeremy, what are you up to for the rest of the week, and where can we find you?
Probably not on anything on the internet, because I don't have like a YouTube channel or anything.
We made him get a Google Plus, so...
Just to do this. Yeah, I didn't have one of those.
Quick, everyone flood his Google Plus.
YouTube made me get Google Plus.
Mostly I'm just going to be building new equipment for the kids to work on at the gym, and,
Nice.
you know, getting stuff ready for the vampire LARP on the weekend. Yeah, and cackling evilly whenever I read everyone's downtimes.
Which I still need to do.
Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. Get new equipment ready, train, and maybe start working on my Steampunk Iron Man again here soon once I get the next piece of equipment done for the gym.
Steampunk Iron Man, that sounds cool.
I was gonna say, did I mention he's a prop maker?
Actually, on the Google Plus, I've got the
so-
video of my prototype for my arc reactor for it. So
I'm
there's
totally gonna go watch that.
yeah, there's like a short little clip of that, and then there's a picture of me at Bear Mountain, and the only other thing on there is my icon, which is actually a 4-foot tall creeper I made for the kids to vault over and jump over and stuff at the gym.
Awesome.
Okie
Your job
dokie.
sounds awesome.
Alex.
It is. That's what it is.
You can find me on the I'm Post Mesmeric. I'm on Google Plus, Post Mesmeric on Twitter, Post Mesmeric Gaming on Twitch. I'm probably not going to do much with Twitch this week. Same thing with YouTube. I'm also Post Mesmeric on YouTube, but I'm going to be playing some games and writing a couple reviews for Hardcore Gamer magazine. I think Beat Blasters 3. I did a preview of that way back. Oh god, quite a few weeks ago, and I'm going to be doing the official review this week. Going to be playing Double Dragon Neon for the next review, and then I got to do one more article for that to reach my quota. And I also do an album review for Pittsburgh Music Magazine. I kind of forgot what I was going to be reviewing this week, but I have the file in my downloads somewhere, so that's probably going to go up sometime this week. In the meantime, I'm going to probably go visit this the Exchange down in a little part of Pittsburgh. Maybe I'll see if I can find Dormont.
Okay.
Wherever that, yeah. And gonna try and find some music, maybe find some old games. I mean, I'm trying so hard to find like Astro Boy Omega Factor for the Game Boy Advance, because I'm probably gonna start working on some videos of some games like that. Maybe some old Game Boy Advance games, since I finally got that Game Boy player for my GameCube. Going to be pretty busy. I'm going to try and just keep myself working as far as making videos, and but there will be time for Skyrim late at night. So
there is always time for Skyrim.
Jinx.
Yeah, I'll make time. I will make time. So what's Kat going to be up to?
Well, like David said, we are currently doing D&D, which will be tonight/tomorrow morning.
Which I kind of want to butt in here for a sec. You guys are more than welcome to join as well. Everybody's welcome to join.
It's at 6 o'clock in the morning, Eastern time.
Yeah, I can't do that.
I don't normally stay up that late.
I was gonna say, I think I'm the only crazy American who's gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna get up at 6 a.m.
Just as a note, her being crazy has nothing to do with what
your non-existent sleep schedule, Kat.
Yes. So there's going to be D&D 3.5 with Carthnell, which is my DM, which is down there. Right there. And that's going to be, like I said, at 6 o'clock in the morning Eastern time, Wednesday. And that can be found on inferno.net. Inferno is spelled weird. I did a review of it on one of my YouTube videos, so go check that out. Also, Sunday, I will be doing a vampire LARP with that guy right there. Hopefully I'm poking Jeremy. I was trying to poke Jeremy.
Just like flip it and it should work.
Yeah, it's
am I poking Alex?
It's kind of on the wrong
You're
side of the
poking the
screen.
air. All my icons are on the right
yeah,
side.
mine, you're poking
on the other side.
I'm over here and you're over here.
Okay, for my
just reverse
stream, it's actually it's working good for my stream. So other than that, playing more Final Fantasy, hopefully getting to level 50, and going through my Assassin's Creed games, because I would like to do that. And now that I actually have my second monitor, I'll be streaming more as well. So
Awesome.
this has been the first episode of Slash Camp, and hopefully everyone who has been watching it has enjoyed the show as much as we've enjoyed.
/chat.
Yes. /chat.
/chat. You said /camp. That's your
Oh,
other.
goddamn.
Yeah. I was like, I'm
slashes.
still gonna put it together.
Coffee. You need it.
Well, I have /chat now, /camp, /played, /roleplay. Okay, so this has been the first episode of /chat, and hopefully you guys have enjoyed this as much as we have enjoyed entertaining you guys. So, farewell and have a good day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
See ya.
Have a good day, guys.